Hi there, good evening. Today is Saturday, September 6th, 2025. Currently 73 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 23 degrees Celsius. This is Ponta Delgada, the capital and largest city in the Azores Islands here on São Miguel Island. It is an archipelago of 8 islands, which are fully part of Portugal. Here in the Atlantic Ocean, west of Portugal and Spain. Here we have Goncalo Velho Cabral. So, you can see there, it is 5:25 in the evening. I arrived very early this morning. My plane landed at about 7 a.m. I have a hostel that I showed at the beginning right off the main square here for 5 nights, so including last night. I booked it for last night so that it would be available for me to check into when I arrived this morning. And so I checked in and then got to sleep and slept all day and woke up at like 3:45 in the afternoon or something. So I'm still kind of sleepy, getting used to the new time zone, the new location. This is my first time to the Azores. I have been to Portugal on the mainland twice. So this is really cool. A little library. Leave a book inside the deposit books box. Choose a book from the shelves. Insert your name, your contact, and the title of the book. Return the book after reading. So I'm not sure if it actually is in operation now, but looks like a cool idea. So I have not had the chance to do any research. I wanted to get out and start filming this video while we still had some light to work with. So I am just going to walk around the old town here. It is looking very, very nice. And see what we find. I haven't seen hardly anything yet. I will do a little research in the course of walking around and do my best to capture a bit of this very nice looking city that I know very little about. All right, my hostel is right up ahead here. Hola. So in Portuguese you say hola, the same as in Spanish. It is spelled differently, O-L-A without the H. So Portuguese is a Romance language related to Latin, very similar to Spanish and yet also quite different. All right, I am going to check my phone and figure out some of the best places to see here in the city. Lots of notices. Don't leave the Azores without visiting Sergio, the Costa artist. Magma, non-temporary art. Whatever that is. 6th April 2024. Old news there. This city definitely has character. Cantino dos Años since 1989. There we are. Azores, Portugal, Spain, Africa, Madeira, I think there, the Canary Islands there. So I will talk about my flight for those who didn't see the last video. Flew from San Francisco to Boston, lay over there, and then direct flight out here. So there is a fort, a 10-minute walk that way, and there is a market, a 10-minute or so walk this way, which is apparently closed, but I figured I would shoot for it anyways to just take a look and see what we see along the way. So I've been to the mainland of Portugal twice before. Haven't seen a whole lot of the country. Of course, it is a small country, but first time flew to Lisbon and then went to Sintra, about an hour or so away from Lisbon. Really interesting area of a castle and all kinds of historical sites to see. And then went to Spain, taking a bus down to Faro, and just changed buses there, and I think had some time to walk around and see a little bit of the city. But then I went into Spain, and so that was all that I saw on that trip. And then the second time that I went back to Portugal, then I flew to Lisbon, made a couple more videos there, and then met up with a friend and did a road trip to the north because it was in August, and the Algarve, which I would love to see, was completely swamped. There were almost no rooms available at all, and so we decided to road trip north up to Porto and stopped at a little town along the way where we found a nice place to stay. But I didn't really film at all on that trip. Actually, I did film a video in Porto, which is, I believe, the second largest city in Portugal in the north, but I deleted it. So the reason why I deleted it, there we go, Mercado de Graça, farmer's market. So the reason why I deleted my Porto video is because I had filmed it with this camera that I am filming with right now. But I had just bought it. So there was the incident in which I took my DJI Osmo Action 1 camera into the Mediterranean Sea in Greece on Ios Island. So normally I film underwater shots with my GoPro, but I didn't have my GoPro, and so I had my DJI with me in the morning as I was just getting going, and so I decided to film with it because it's supposed to be waterproof. And so I go underwater and it killed the camera dead instantly. Okay, Centro Cultural y de Congresos, Teatro Micalensi or something. Interesting square here. And so it killed my camera, the main camera that I use to film my videos. And so in Porto, then that was like a couple weeks or 10 days or something later, I forget. But I've been filming just with my GoPro since my DJI had died, and I wanted to replace it because I much prefer the DJI. So that is my recommendation. Great vlogging camera, and you can see the evidence in this video, of course. And so in Porto, I went to a camera shop and found another DJI Osmo Action 1. And so I bought it on the spot and then started filming. So I filmed a whole video walking around Porto, and then went to edit it and realized that the stabilization feature was turned off. It was off by default. And so it was just so shaky that it was basically unwatchable. So I edited the video anyways and posted it. And then after not very long, I decided this is just crap. It's just, you know, impossible to enjoy. And so I just deleted it. So anyways, point being that I didn't film much on that trip to Portugal. So this is my third time. And of course, the Azores are something very different. So on the flight out here, I flew on Alaska Airlines from San Francisco to Boston, and then Azores Airlines, Boston to here. I bought them together, $430 US total, including luggage and seat selection. I didn't have to pay anything for luggage or seat selection. So pretty good deal for 2 5-hour flights. And then I had a 6-hour layover in Boston. So I left San Francisco 6 in the morning. So I had to get up at 1:30 in the morning to get ready and then get an Uber to the airport. So this is the market. Okay, it looks like it's more than just closed. It looks like it's under construction. Oh, Mercado da Grazia entrance downstairs. Okay, let's see. I guess there will be a door that's closed. Yeah, okay, right there. Closed gate. So let's find a way to get back over to the sea and then walk along the water over to the fort. All right, I will wrap up this story in a second once I get to a different location, since we're walking down streets with not too much going on. Escola de Condução. Boa viagem. So I'm assuming escola means school. So it looks quite similar to Spanish, and yet also definitely different. Rua João de Nelo Abreu. And then when you hear the language, then it is definitely different from Spanish as well. I'm a little bit surprised at how quiet it is. So first time here, so didn't know what to expect. But I kind of thought that it would be more slam with tourists. It is early September, still, you know, the summer season, and this is the main destination, the main base for many tourists to stay and explore São Miguel, and São Miguel is the most popular of the islands. And so I thought it would be more of a kind of jam-packed tourist scene, especially at the main square. You know, a few people around and some restaurants open, but pretty quiet. So, wrapping up the flight story very quickly here, then normally I go to sleep 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. or so. Now, fortunately, on the day before my flight, I was a little sleepy, and so I set my alarm for 1:30 in the morning, and then tried to get to sleep around 7:30 in the evening and managed to kind of, get some sleep, sort of half sleep a bit, but better than nothing. Okay, here is where there's some action. All right, that's nice to see. And so I get up at 1:30. I'm definitely still kind of out of it, but doing okay, all considering. And then get an Uber to the airport and catch my flight at 6 o'clock. And then get a little bit of sleep on the flight, again, like half sleepish. Get to Boston at 3 in the afternoon. And then I have a 6-hour layover. And so I was feeling up for a little exploring, and so got into Boston and walked around a city that I had never seen before. And so I was very curious to see it, and I really liked it. And then my flight was at 9:15 in the evening that same day. It ended up being delayed 2 hours. So left around 11 p.m. But then I guess they hit the gas pedal, so to speak, and managed to catch up some of the time, like an hour of the time. So we were supposed to land at 6 in the morning here. This morning we landed at 7, so just an hour late. On the flight, I sat next to two guys from Rhode Island who were both Azorean. It was a guy and his nephew. And they have family here and come here fairly regularly to visit family. So I talked with them quite a bit. All right, so around the island. Volta a Ilha. Yeah, so that is around the island in Portuguese. So, quite different from Spanish. Private charter. Viagens privadas. Sunset cruises. Viagens ao pôr do sol. So, sol, the word for sun, the same. Por, for, so, you can see the similarity to Spanish. Observação de cetaceos, whale and dolphin watching. That's really cool to see the English and Portuguese together there to get an idea of the language. So 55 euros for, I guess, a tour that includes all of this? If so, that is a pretty good price if it's everything, or is it separate tours? Not sure. Moby Dick tours, dolphin and whale watching. All right. So we're getting an idea of some of the things to do here. Take a boat, go try to see some sea life. And so nice to see a happening area here. And so, as I said, landed early, got to the hostel, got to sleep, and I am still definitely messed up from the time change, etc. And now we'll see if I can get to sleep at a normal-ish hour tonight. All right, 2025, Spain, Azores. So the guy that I sat next to on the plane told me how to pronounce the Azores in Portuguese, and it is very, very different. It is like Azores, something like that. Which, if I said that, people would have no idea what I was talking about. English-speaking people. Besides, I'm sure that I'm totally mispronouncing it anyways. Azores, something like that. Okay, so various little pieces of art from different years, 2022, 2022, Denmark. Interesting. All right, so I'm now going to keep walking this way and get up to the fort. And so here you have some really cute houseboats and some birds. So what are these guys? And up ahead is the main square and cathedral where I started the video. All right, so that is right where I started the video. Now we have some kids on the toy cars, horse-drawn carriage. It is now 6 o'clock exactly. And so let's walk over to the fort. Not sure if it's going to be open. Now, based on a quick search that I did online about what to see in Ponta Delgada, then that is kind of it as far as main places to see. The main square, the market, the fort, the waterfront. There is more to see wandering around, but I'm not sure about especially essential places to see, but I will plan to show more of the city in the coming days when I will get out of the city and go see more of the island. So it is a sort of medium-sized island. It just depends on what you compare it to, of course. But it is like an hour-and-a-half drive from one far end to the other, east to west. And so you can rent a car and explore it in a day, but it is also pretty jam-packed with places to see, and so seems like somewhere you can easily spend a week or so. All right, I want to get over and show this fountain. And as you are probably noticing, then it is a different sort of an island paradise experience than other places, tropical island, Caribbean, Hawaii, South Pacific. It has different sorts of foliage, plants, and I'm sure animals, and climate. It is a bit cooler and not so humid as Hawaii and elsewhere in the tropics. And here we have more of the language. So entertainment, entretenimiento, sea activities, actividades maritimas, and so you can see the similarity to English as well, since English is partly romantic based. Services, servicios, and then this is a cool one, laser for leisure. Shopping, comercio, so like commercial, Azorian products, productos regionales, bars, bares, restaurants, restaurachao. And here we have the fort. I'm going to guess that it's closed now, but let's find out. If so, then I will plan to visit sometime when it's open. Actually, I'm seeing an open door up there. Azores Military Museum. Welcome. Opening hours. Oh, great. Open daily, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Oh, as I just showed on the clock up there. it was exactly 6, so looks like I am just barely too late. Let's take a look at this entrance gate, quite amazing. The detailed stone carving. Okay, well, I will plan to come back and see it another time. Cute little like guard tower thing there. And we have a statue up ahead and another square. Let's go take a look at this up here. Looks like it is a World War I memorial, 1914 to 1918. AOS Marineiros Portugueses. I'm assuming Marineiros is like marine heroes, like hero soldiers, something like that. Grande Guerra. Centenario do Combate de NRP Augusto Castillo. So 1918 to 2018, the century anniversary. All right, let's walk back to the lanes over there, back to the main square, and then I will be thinking about getting something to eat. One more statue here, let's check it out. Portos. The port. There are ferries between some of the islands, or you can catch flights. Teofilo Braga. June 1989. And speaking of different kinds of plants, look at this incredible tree. What in the world is this? Red flowers. Let's see if this sign tells us something. Nope, just watch out for falling branches. Another nice square here. I'm sure that there are lots of activities that happen here at the gazebo, and probably kids playing soccer and various other games and music. So I will plan to talk more about the history and various things about the culture and etc. in upcoming videos when I am more prepared, having done some more research. Okay, so we have a church here. Let's see if we can look inside. And then I'll show the best at the front. So, what is being depicted here? Teresa Annunciata, 1738. So somebody sick by the looks of it. A woman, I guess. tended to. Looks like angels. Wow, and then an amazing painting behind this. You can't see it very well, but I guess it's being protected by this grate. And then more depictions of local life, it looks like. Again, Teresa de Annunciada, Construcção Capella, Senhor Santo Cristo. Okay, this looks like navigators. Maybe the Portuguese explorers. Wow, really an amazing mosaic. Okay, and then here is the altar area. Look at this. And then this is a lane that goes back to the main square. So I need to find a little store of some kind where I can buy some water. Although the lady said that the water from the tap at the hostel is safe to drink. So I can just do that as well. Question is, how cold is it? I like nice cold water to drink. Lots of restaurant choices. So today is Saturday, which means tomorrow is Sunday. So I'm wondering how quiet it's going to be tomorrow. It seems like it will probably be even quieter and more places closed tomorrow, I'm sure. So maybe we'll get a bit more of the lively local feeling later in the week. And look what we got right near my hostel, a Spar grocery store. So that is awesome. Okay, where did the main square go? It is definitely very close. So fortunately I decided to stop at the Spar while I was walking past it, because as I was checking out, some ladies tried to go in, and the lady at the register said to them that they were just closing, and tomorrow's Sunday, so probably closed tomorrow. So I got milk, orange juice. I went for the bottle of water because I like good tasting water, and I haven't tasted it here yet. And also it will be nice and cold. They have a refrigerator at the hostel, and got this Maracuya do Ezequiel. It looks like passion fruit, 20% volume, so some sort of a local liqueur to try. And all of this was, whoops, 10 euros, about $11, so decent deal. Okay, where did the square where I started go? Oh, I think that is it up ahead. And here we are back at the beginning. Remember this blue bicycle? And this very interesting man doing jewelry, it looks like. All right, so that is going to do it for Ponta Delgada for now, but lots more coming from the Azores. See ya.